Hello, welcome back to the very creatively named Den of the Undead. I'm Jade Star.
That is at least one not undead.
The ghosts?
I'm assuming that the Necromancer is still actually alive.
Oh, yes. That's... You know, it could be. It could really go either way, because, like, you remember, Shadow of War and, what's that orc? That's a pain in the ass, raises the Balrog, and it's a giant dick.
Yeah.
Because he totally dies, and then comes back, and he's like, hey, I'm still here, what did you expect? I'm a necromancer, fuck off. So, I don't know how Battle Brothers, writes its necromancers. Like, this just could be, he could be alive, and this could just be his first time, or maybe he is, like, has been killed previously and is undead.
The reason I say alive is because the Necromancers more or less look intact with people. Like, that dude's got a kind of sweet beard.
Yeah, the glowing red eyes looks totally normal. Just, needs some clear eyes.
I didn't say anything about the glowing red eyes.
Okay.
Just, he's a wizard of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
Glowing eyes comes with, Black Mage is not undead. He's got the glowing yellow eyes.
That was just pixel art. They needed something, otherwise he would just have been a shadow under a hood.
I mean, you haven't done the Black Mage quest line in 14, but the Black Mage trainer also has that same sort of shadowy under the hood thing with glowing eyes going on.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, it started in Final Fantasy I's pixel art. It's just been a tradition since. Man, look at all these zombies. I wish I had some sort of area of effect weapon.
I mean, yeah, it would be nice if you had your own wizard to fireball them.
Yeah. Something like that. That'd be great.
Just the old D&D standby throwing, oil with a rag in it. Just lit grenades. Really, the only area of effect weapon we need is Travelog.
Oh no, he bit my male Hobberg for 8 days. Oh, he's dead. Well, re-dead?
No, those are the guys that
Right.
jump on your head and
Right.
scream and paralyze you.
He is in a state of no longer moving. He's back to being inanimate. How about that?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, he's back. Man, they just don't stay down like they used to. It's almost a shame that spears fall off so hard as, like, good weapons. I mean, they don't really... They're trading damage output for hit percentage. Or hit chance. But, man, these spear walls, really fun and really effective. If you have enough of them.
It feels really nice to use a spear wall and have it actually work.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that it less so than just, spears falling off and damage, but there was also the issue that if you tried to spear wall a whole bunch, certain enemy types, orcs, would break your spears by throwing themselves at them.
Oh, yeah. In the older versions, yes, when weapon durability was done differently, that absolutely could happen.
And I just remember that being like a thing. Like, you can't just rely on spear walls. Now it's more, spears are more durable. Not more durable, but the way durability happens is different. So that's less likely to happen unless you just don't maintain your weapons. Yes, spear wall. But, I mean, at least at the time, it was a neat tactic that you could just give everybody a spear and just, basically, as long as you didn't miss, nobody would ever be able to attack you in melee.
There are a couple of conditions. Oh man, there's gonna be so many deads out there. That apply to that. Like, spear wall is incredibly fatigue intensive, so you can't do it for more than a couple of turns in a row. Like, it was 23 with the mastery just to put it down for Wow Cow. And he still has, 4 more movements, so he could have, or 4 more AP, so he could have burned even more fatigue moving or doing something else.
But you don't need your entire line spear walling every turn.
Right, but you do need a large portion of it, because normally for the AI, what I would usually start off doing when I started playing the game was have a couple guys in the center spear wall. And perhaps not unforeseeably, it just tended to funnel the enemies to try to round the corners and just, like, sandwich me instead of, deal with the spear walls.
Right.
And just in general, the AI try to avoid going towards any hexes threatened by a spear wall. And so putting them in the center of my formation was actually kind of counterproductive, I found. And I would start putting them, like, where Wowcow is now on the edges, to try to make rounding my flank seem less appealing and funnel them towards the center.
Yeah, that actually makes quite a bit of sense. I mean, I think that the AI, given a numerical advantage, or actually given any sort of ability to do so, is still going to try and round your flanks anyways. Because that's just what the AI do. They see your delicious low melee defense archers and say, I want some of that.
Yeah, but putting spear walls out there on the corners where Wowcow and if Fleshnok, whatever, Fleshy.
Fleshnok.
Leperfish. Leperfish?
There's a Something Awful poster named Leperflesh who
okay.
kept getting misnamed as Leperfish in Dwarf Fortress LPs.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to tell you to stop making up mythological animals. But, yeah, it's just having the spear walls on the corners, or the edges of your formation, could sometimes funnel people more towards the middle, so better. I mean, it's still... I mean, he's poked a couple of zombies back, but they're still kind of heavy, but they'll find holes and they'll go places rather than into a spear.
By the way, I still love the travel log, just the line attack, especially because he took out a ghost with that one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was blanking, not paying attention. Yeah. No, I love that the spooky ghost made a tactical mistake of being in a line to travel log. It's really great that I don't have to worry about a spooky ghost up there on this side anymore.
Yeah. A little bit surprised that you didn't take the low percentage shots at the geists when they were far away and next to each other. Because it's only like a 5% chance to hit them with ranged weapons.
Yeah.
So you've got a million range defense. But you have twice the chance of hitting them if there are two next to each other.
Oh, right. Well, they're not next to each other right now.
Well, yeah, not right now.
I guess they...
But sort of initially they were.
Were they? I just,
I don't think that's the most optimal use of the archers.
Right.
That's
Twice
just
the odds of a
fuck ghosts.
crap to hit is still kind of crap to hit. But, speaking of some optimal uses of archers, hey, look who doesn't have a guard sitting in front of him right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I got him right in the kneecap.
91%.
Hey, he used to be a necromancer until he took an arrow to the knee.
But he can just animate his kneecap.
Can he?
Got zombie kneecaps, why not? That's terrifying.
Not sure that's how necromancy works, but yeah.
I mean, if Dwarf Fortress is any comparison,
Oh,
you
God.
could animate somebody's hair or skin.
Man,
The
that
animated skins were terrible.
reminds me of the time when I played Adventure Mode after they fixed it, so the only things that could grasp would reanimate, meaning they had to have like a hand or teeth. When
Right.
a reanimated hand in Adventure Mode somehow took the boot off of my dude and hit me in the back of the leg with it. I was like, what the fuck? His hand just stole my boot and hit me with it. What the crap?
It's just an amazing wrestler.
Yeah,
Yeah, like when the necromancy and vampires and shit got added to Dwarf Fortress, I forget what version it was, but living in an evil biome, you would just inevitably have to deal with the consequences of all of your butchery products
oh no.
would randomly just get animated and start attacking. So, like, animal skins, people skins, as they rotted into their constituent parts, would just get animated, and some of these, particularly the skins, were really difficult, because, yeah, you could poke holes in them, but there was no bones to break, there was no blood in there to drain out. They were really hard to kill again.
Right, Storefort didn't really do like an HP system. Death was through usually the failing of vital organs or something.
Yeah,
And
so
you don't have those.
Yeah, and for the undead, you basically had to destroy them. But you didn't have a whole lot of dwarves using swords. At least that wasn't the previous meta. You had lots of spears because they were really good at hitting internal organs.
Oh.
So
That was
most
never a
people
problem for me. My fort, I always had, like, 5-man squads, and each of those squads using their own type of weapon. So, like, a 5-man spear squad, a 5-man sword squad, etc. so forth.
Yeah, a lot of people just used like a combination of spears, wrestlers, and crossbows. Eventually, mostly relying on crossbows because crossbows are really good.
Oh,
When
yeah.
they added materials, crossbows are one of the only things that can still reliably penetrate your armor, even if you weren't making them out of better metal. And then wrestlers were always good because it may take forever to kill that goblin hero, but he's going to have 23 broken bones and asphyxiating and paralyzed with pain
Yeah.
while he gets suplexed repeatedly.
I remember those times. Those good times. I haven't played on any of the more recent versions of Dwarf Fortress, but yeah, I remember training my military and just having them do hilarious things like that. Like cleaning up after a fight one time and like, who the fuck's arm is that in that tree? That's like 3 Z levels up. How the fuck did that get up there?
Arm just 30 feet up in the tree, yeah. Especially like when you talk about adventure mode with, the hand.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like there's really complex AI with any of this stuff. It's just weird how, like, what AI is there just does things and it works out. You've got an animated hand. Sure, this animated hand, knows kung fu. Like, pull, apparently, boots off of you and start beating you with them.
Oh, Travelog's got fatigue problems.
He's had a long day.
It's got a lot of zombies.
These fucking geists.
Right? They got Shen. He's scared.
Oh, see? That's a low percentage shot. Could have taken earlier. Flash noise there, though.
Yeah. Like, there's now certain enemies that I can basically wholly discount. And pretty much anything that's not like a Necro Savant, Orc Warrior, what am I looking for? Maybe some Nobles, Housemen's.
Bandit leaders.
Eh.
You can't fully discount a bandit leader.
Yeah, that's
their
right.
base stats are still too high.
Yeah. I can just kind of write most of that stuff off, maybe Honor Guard, etc. But there was nothing that I really even could consider a threat on this fight. I mean, sure, the Geists are going to do the spooky thing and make people run away, but what's going to stop, like, my dude from running away, gathering himself and coming back? What's going to stop the other 11 dudes from just continuing to mow the field down? Like, Geists are dangerous when the things accompanying them are dangerous. Because if you're in a fight with, 12 men on 20 zombies, and you actually have to be concerned about that fight, suddenly having your dudes panic and breaking and going away makes things a lot worse. When I can just basically say your entire army is crap, and I don't give a fuck about any of them, having a dude or two occasionally run away for a turn or two doesn't mean anything to me.
There were, like I said, at this point, there are insufficient wider gangers for them to do their standard strategy of tiring you out until they can chew through your armor.
Right.
And the Geists are a really good support for that. If the Geists hit your line and maybe panic people early, that just means that you're taking down the wider gangers less quickly.
Right.
And have more opportunity to get tired.
Yep. Although,
Skippy did some real work.
yeah, well, I mean, he got that big scythe sweep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, travel log of 1,300. I think that's a personal best.
1,300, 9 kills.
Yeah.
I've seen him over 1,000 a few times.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody in the chat has been keeping track.
Maybe. And then, really, really disappointing, just a pair of signet rings for all that effort. And, well, 300 crowns, so about 1,000?
Plus another sweet hat. I mean, that hat's worth 100. according to its loot value.
Yeah, but I mean, according to the loot value, my wolf skin is worth 200, and every time we go into the market, I check it, and it's worth like 40. And it's, you know, it's my market barometer. It varies between like 32 and 40. It's like, we don't ever get anywhere near what it claims these things are worth.
You know, the invisible wolf skin of the market.
I mean, well, but it's visible. I have it.
All right, but the visible one is only worth 40 crowns. It's the invisible one that's worth 240.
Okay, sure.
That's how capitalism works, right?
Yeah, no, we're gonna just go take our invisible wolf skin to Kornstadt, sell everything, and then we're gonna go venture into the wild, unknown west, and I'll see you there for that.